Welcome, everyone. Nice to see
Welcome.
everyone.
Oh God, it's so good to see everyone.
Yes.
I need these calls, like I need air.
Really, it's the life force. It's like so amazing. The people that are coming into this group, it just is such a support system. Just feels so lovely.
Actually, can I read a card that I pulled right before it?
Yeah.
I pulled The Great Gathering.
Ooh.
And it says, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits soul tribes. Soul tribe, just the one tribe. And let me read it. 96. I've pulled this a few times, but I specifically was like, God, I need a sign. What am I doing with my life? And I got this. So you are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are now connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. Hold the card on your heart and say, I'll do this for all of us. I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet.
Oh my God.
Is that not so perfect?
I'm crying. I'm literally like tears in my eyes, and it's so true.
I'm gonna start crying too, and that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today, because like this mission isn't easy. It's not freaking easy, and I might get emotional too, which I don't typically get emotional on calls, but like when you know you're here for a big purpose and like the entire world around you sometimes makes you feel like you're crazy, but you know what you're doing and you have to stand up for yourself and what you believe in and your path and your mission. It's hard, and just thank God for this tribe. Like, thank God for Healy. Thank God for this tribe. So I love you guys. And I'll step back. I'll step back.
You love
you know, let me just interject this thing. Almost all of the readings that I have done for any of you people, they are the most power-packed. The power in this group is overwhelming, and the courage and the boldness and just, you know, going out and making the steps, even tiny little steps, it makes a huge difference. You have no idea. It's like the energy that you all have it ripples out. You never have to even say anything. And it just, I had heard, I don't know, months ago, that during a lifetime that light workers will affect at least 144,000 other people. But what I'm finding now is that with the elevation of some of the people and their master numbers, they're hitting that total in a month, not a lifetime, a month. So
I just got chills.
I cannot tell you that anything you do at all, even your thoughts and your intentions, some of the words you say, it just makes more difference than you could ever know. And it's not to put pressure on you if you can just live your life from your heart and just know you're making a difference. The fact that you're making choices. So many people are stopped in their tracks. And, I mean, who does it fall to? Those who have enthusiasm and are uplifted and feel like they matter. We all matter. So guys, don't give up. It's real that we're making a difference.
Oh,
Thank you, Pepper. We love you.
love that. I love, it's so true. If we just hold a vision for ourselves, and I feel like we'll create this vision, and then sometimes it doesn't, like life happens, and then you kind of forget what the vision is, and it's like, like nothing's working my way. But then it's like a constant reminding yourself to come back to that and just let go of the hardship that we're putting ourselves through. I wanted to say that Anna, we had a little working session here in the Landenberg Loft a couple of days ago, and it was just a small group of us. And Anna said, I guess it was during the 88 days, I had said out loud that I saw myself sitting next to Taryn and Sarah, like just being in their presence, like really close to them. And she reminded me of that. I completely forgot I said that. And look what happened, it's like,
and then they wanted to move into your house. So.
I know. Like, thank you, Anna, for reminding me. And I guess it's like really, it's good to write those things down. And just, and then keep it in. I mean, I said it and it happened, but still, I mean, it would have been really cool to be looking at that more regularly and keep doing that with all my other intentions and things. So yeah, we're so powerful. We are.
We are. Well, we have a new Vibe Triber on the call, Lisa.
Yay.
We would love for you to introduce yourself and just tell us what you do and who you are and how you came to be here. Oh, you're muted.
Okay.
Are.
I'm Lisa, and what I do is I work most of my life at Raymore and Flanagan, and I started. I don't even know how to introduce this, but I went through a Kundalini awakening back in 2014, and when that happened, I dropped a lot of my old baggage. So I not only had the Kundalini awakening, but I had the dark night of the soul. Some people experience Kundalini as a really high vibe that they receive and almost nirvana, but mine was complete opposite because I had blocked chakras and the energy couldn't flow. So it was a very dark period for me. But as I worked through it and came out of it, my whole life had changed within 6 months. I was asking for a divorce. I was moving out of the area where I used to live down at the beach. And I was moving in, I had no place to go, but I was moving in with a family member here in Wilmington. And my life had changed. I mean, it was just like there was no stopping what God had planned for me. And I just kept following forward with what he had planned for me. And during a meditation one time, I was meditating and all of a sudden words came through and they were telling me that they were from the vibration of love, light, and sound, and that they were here to help raise the vibration of the planet one human at a time. And it was my mission that I had signed up for, to be a part of this group that was going to be helping others to wake up from their traumas. And I had to go through my own trauma in order to understand what they were going through. So now I communicate with them. I just basically call them my guides, and my guides are part of the group as Palladian Collective, the Octorians, let's see, the Council of Nine, also the Jesus, Archangel Michael, let me see, there's a couple other, the keepers of the crystalline grid, the light keepers of the
Mhm.
crystalline grid. So there's a lot of them that come through, but they come through as the Palladian collective or the spokes spirits for the whole group. And so basically they're the ones who share through me. And then I also do light language. I channel that, and light language, as many people might understand it as, if you're a Christian, you've heard of it as speaking in tongues. And that is what I do. It's a very healing modality. So along with my Reiki practice, I also introduce the light language. And most of the people that I work with now, if I ask them, do you want light language or Reiki? And they're like, I want light language, I want light language. And it's a very healing tool to help people get rid of the baggage that they've been carrying around, because we need to drop that baggage in order for us to raise our own vibration. And as we raise our vibrations and shame, forgiveness, and guilt, that helps us to also share that vibration out into the world. So what affects one affects all, and we're all part of one, and one is a part of us. So we are not separate. So everything we do creates a vibration. And so that's what I'm here to help other people learn. And this is such a great modality, because when Kristen was sharing it with me, I was like, oh my gosh, that's what light language is. It's all about energy. And the same thing with Reiki, it's all about energy. And so I had to get to know a little bit more about it. And that's why I came to the meeting that a couple of weeks ago, well, when you had that grouping, and I got one yesterday. So I'm all set up. And I want to be able to use it with my clients. So as I'm doing Reiki and I'm helping them balance their chakras, I can find where they're out of balance with the chakras and maybe, connect it up to them. And while I'm doing the work with them, that will be just like an extra little bonus, or if they have pains or whatever it is. So I'm excited. I appreciate Kristen inviting me to share. She had saw me on Facebook or something.
You wanted to be a member of the Landberg Loft.
That's what it was. Okay.
And I was like, who is this woman? And so cool. And I want to applaud all the healers here. We're all healers in our own way, but Lisa, Pepper, Anna, like the ones that are doing this kind of healing work every day, where you let your ego go. You were able to just say, yes, I do all these incredible things. I never know how someone's going to react when they, speak light language or speak, you guys speak to your guides and all this kind of stuff. It's like, what are they going to think? What do I need a Healy for? But no, you're just like, oh, wow, this is incredible. This is another super cool tool that I can use. And so I applaud you for that. And yeah, saying yes.
That was such a beautiful share, Lisa. And Kristen and I already call you Lisa Galactic, but can we actually do that? Is that
Sure.
okay?
Yeah,
okay,
I think it's
Lisa
fun.
Galactic.
I told my fiance that that's what you guys called me, and he says very fitting.
Yeah. I had chills for a solid minute while you were talking. I'm so grateful to have you here, and I will be doing a session with you too.
Cool.
After Pepper. Maybe not in the same day. I need to integrate a little bit, but
blow your circuits.
Yeah, my circuits are already blown, but yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. We're so grateful that you're here.
Yeah.
Does anybody have I actually have a pretty cool share, but I want to see if anyone else has a share, either something that a testimonial that you have for yourself or using Healy on someone else.
I had an experience today.
Okay.
Go for it.
I shared it on my Trudy TV videos this morning, but I was sitting here enjoying my coffee in my quiet space, and my quiet space over the last couple of months has turned into something that's not as happy for me, because I have tinnitus after an accident where I had a brain injury. So tinnitus is ringing in my ears, and it's like this constant struggle. And it's like when you want to go into silence and solitude, but yet you hear this like excruciating noise that is just a constant reminder of what I went through, and how I'm trying to heal through that. And Healy has been helping my brain. But this morning I was like, oh my God, why didn't I think to do something specifically for the tinnitus? And I scanned and I got, of course, I was thinking about it, and the ears came up. So I was like, I'm going to put the ears on. And literally like 10 minutes after I was running the program, I forgot. And I was sitting there, I'm like, like looking for it, trying to hear it. And it was seriously gone.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I can't even, like, all day I've been telling people, and I've been in tears because I'm like, this has been one of like the silent creature, you know, like that's just been with me that I forget sometimes, because like, you know, we have so much noise during the day, but when you want to sit down and be quiet and be still, it's like you can't. And so it's been so painful as far as like in my ears, like it actually physically hurts, that I lost it. And so I just turned on my camera with my pajamas on and did one of my Trudy TV videos. And I was like, you guys have to be here with me at this moment while it's still running the program, and record it, because I was just mind blown.
Trudy, that's amazing, because I also have tinnitus.
Yeah, tinnitus.
Yeah, I the tinnitus, I have the same
Yeah.
thing, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to try it.
It blew my mind. I mean, I did a couple of different testimonials now, even like picture testimonials. I did a skin one after a procedure, but like that one in particular, I was like, how did I not even think about that one? Like, I know I was concentrating on my brain, and I know that tinnitus is connected to brain and like brain swelling, but ears in particular, I just kind of forgot that part of my body. So I was like, ooh, let's see how this goes. And I just literally got distracted. And then 10 minutes into it, I was like, it was weird to hear silence again.
That is, I'm so happy for you, and how wild that there's 2 other people on the call with that. And now you've just helped people in the tribe. That's amazing.
I've done so much research on tinnitus too. And I even did supplements and like watched this guy for like, I remember a couple hour video a couple months ago, and bought these supplements because nothing helps. I mean, he's been to so many doctors, and for 10 minutes of running the program, I ran it twice then, because I was like, I just want to make sure that this is for real. And honestly, it did come back a little bit after the program was over, because I was experimenting and I wanted to see like, how is it happening at that exact moment. So when I put it on again, it was the same results. And that was just,
Wow.
Really?
That's amazing, because like my dad has it horribly because has his own construction company. So he's been around like insane noise forever. But every time I try to like help him with it, he's like, nope, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing. And I'm like, for me, like my willpower is like, no, like I don't accept that there's nothing you can do. Like that's not something like, so to hear that, that's awesome. Cause I didn't I had thought, oh, the Healy might help. I mean, he has really bad arthritis though too. And that's the main pain point. And I only did one pain program on him, and he woke up the next day and he was like, oh my God, it did something. And like, he has to get injected. Like it's so bad that he has to get injections for his pain. And, but he's like kind of stubborn. So I'm always like, you want to put the Healy on you? You want to put the Healy on? He's like, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm like, you serious? You're in so much pain. Like, can you just let me help you?
yeah.
So hearing that's awesome, because I didn't even think to do ears. I didn't even know where that would be connected to. So
Nor did I, and especially because I've done so much research learning that tinnitus is a swelling of the brain, that I just thought, well, ears are what you think it is because it's the sound is in your ears. So I think maybe I counter-reacted with saying like, well, helping my ears is not what is going to solve the problem, but for some reason, and to think about the sound in your ears is and the vibrations and everything that we have in our ears connected to frequency makes so much sense. It's just like sold. Like I've been sold, but this just is like sold.
What is Trudy TV?
Yeah.
What is Trudy TV?
Yeah. Where do we see?
You're no longer my friend, Ashley. I'm gone. See you. Bye.
Excuse me, it's not my fault we didn't know about it. Tell us where we can watch Trudy TV.
I have TikTok, I have Instagram, Facebook. I've been doing it
It's
for about
called
3
Trudy
years.
TV.
Yeah, well, it's on my regular Facebook page, but my Instagram is Trudy TV. My TikTok is Trudy TV. YouTube is Trudy TV. I've been doing it about 3 years. It started off pre-COVID doing some inspirational talks and real estate because I'm a realtor, but it just really led into more inspirational over COVID because that's just what we needed at the time. And thanks to my governor, couldn't work for 3 months. So it really developed then. And a lot of people, even though I didn't know it, I'd get messages on the back end of things saying like, I may not like your posts all the time, but just know that you're influencing people with what you're doing. And it's just random thoughts that I create into little, they used to be a minute long skits, but now with Healy, I've been doing a lot more like 4 or 5 minutes and doing a 30-day process of June 1st to June 30th of using Healy and having testimonials and just different information. So it's kind of homework for me every day, but it's exciting. And I've been on a lot of different calls and reaching a lot of people. So it's my way of getting it out there right now. And hopefully it's just gonna monopolize on itself and explode at some point. But yeah, Pepper knows all about it. We talked about it on my call, which by the way, I'm a huge testimonial for Pepper, 3 hours. Thank you very much, Pepper. And she's a big fan and of me continuing with the Trudy TV thing. So yeah, you can find it.
I just followed you. I'm sorry that I had
Yeah, I
it,
did.
and I can't wait to watch and share you.
Thank you.
That's
And
kind of my thing. Sharing other people's greatness, kind of
Yeah.
a thing.
And that's what I was doing this morning when I found the ear thing. I was looking up a woman who's doing the pets. I don't know if any of you guys have gotten the pet package, but I think it's my next order. So I saw this woman who's doing a video and she's connected to the Vibe Tribe through actually Ken. I saw her with some pictures on her Facebook page. And so I was watching that video, and that's when I put on the ear thing and decided instead of doing a video on dogs and pets today, I'm going to push that off because I had to express how excited I was about the tinnitus. So yeah, sorry.
Amazing.
I think our
that-
meeting's over now. I've talked too long.
No, we've got
great.
plenty of time. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing, Trudy.
Yeah, thank you
Mhm.
for letting me.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so amazing what we're doing here. Like, it's amazing. Anna, you had one?
Yeah, I actually, like an hour ago, I had, this is just one from today, but I was with my sister-in-law at my daughter's swim meet, and
Baby Godzilla wants some.
hello.
I think that might be Julie's grandson.
I was like, wait, is Asher here? What's happening?
That's what I thought too.
But yeah, so I met up with my sister-in-law, and she had just gotten she like walked over to me and she was like hunched over, and I was like, what's going on? And she was like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. I just got my IUD taken out and replaced. And I was like, okay, is there anything I can do for you? Like, I have my Healy in my car because I take it everywhere with me now. And she was like, oh no, you know what? Yeah, because she was in so much pain. And I checked my box, and I'm looking through my box, and I didn't have my electrodes. And I was like, shoot, I don't have them, but I happen to have my coil. And so I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is just go through. I was like, what does the pain feel like? And she said, well, it feels like really extreme period cramps. And I was like, okay. So I looked up cramps and menstrual cramps and menstruation local showed up as like the #1 thing. And I was like, okay, I'll just run that and see what happens. And I had her place it on her belt buckle, like right around her ovaries. And I ran the program for her, and it's only like a 20-minute program. And at the end of the program, I was like, well, how are you feeling? And she didn't even notice that the pain was like gone. And I said, well, just like get up, walk around. And she goes, no, I really can't believe that. Like, I was just in so much pain. I was just in so much pain. And like, I can barely feel anything. And I was like, this is why I love Healy. This is exactly why I love Healy. Like, and that's just like one small thing, small win for the day. It's like every day, it's like something like that. Oh, I got this issue. Well, let me try Healy and just see what happens. And usually it's some like amazing result like that. Yeah, the coil's amazing.
I can't wait. I feel like I don't know if I had some kind of block around getting the coil. But it just arrived today. I haven't even used it yet, but I feel like it's just about to take me to another level.
another level.
And it penetrates really deep into the body. That's what Mark had said. So that's,
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah,
so-
I'm excited for that because I know that I'll use it like way more, you know, like especially if I'm like doing my work stuff. A lot of times like the cords will get in the way. So if I had the coil, I'd just be using it like all the time.
Yeah. And granted, the person that I worked on is like a nurse. She's like worked in the ER for years and years. And she like she's open to Healy and frequencies, and she's very curious about it. But like the more that she's experiencing the results from it, she's just like, how does this do what it does? And I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out. It's just a miracle.
Yeah, don't need to explain it. It's good to learn, but we don't need to explain it. We just need to let people try it.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Does anyone else have a share?
I could share a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody else has something?
No, go for it.
Well, last night, Aubrey and I had a call with Mark, and Aubrey asked amazing questions to Mark, and I was very impressed. And I was like, I'm so excited for Aubrey to like master the science side. And I learned so much, you know, even Mark was stumped. He was like, So he's like, let me get back to you. And I'm like, perfect. So that was nice. And then I got the coaching module, so I'm obsessed with it. And I figured out I had a breakthrough with like how to use it with the focus. And I don't know who else here has used the coaching module, but in the beginning I kept doing like a negative focus. Like I want to focus on this challenge. And then I shifted it to like the intention of actually what I wanted through that challenge. And the results came up like a completely different way to use the coaching program. So I was excited about that. And then John actually, he had surgery and he's like half blind in his peripherals. He's had like eye nerve damage. And he started using the eye program every day. And he said he actually forgot his glasses. He's half blind and forgot his glasses at my house and was able to go almost a whole week without his glasses. And like, so he said that like, he's like, if this could make me not blind, that'd be awesome. But like, basically in the beginning, he said that it's just taking away the stress. So he doesn't like feel the stress and tension as much with it. And so that would be amazing. I want him to go get like a test so he gets like checked and then in a couple of months to see kind of the tangible results with it. But because of the damage there, it could progressively get worse over his lifetime. So I think like getting on it now and like figuring it out could be really amazing for the long term. So yeah.
Incredible. We've got some badass testimonials tonight.
I wanted to share one too, just kind of reminded me of yours in a way, Devin, with the Aura program. And I'm losing track of time, and it was Friday. So I think it did happen after I last saw you guys. I was at the beach and my daughter Bree packed up the car from home, went to the beach for Memorial Weekend. Is this like, did I already tell you guys this story? I don't know. It's already the 9th. So maybe it is. Yeah, maybe I already told you the story, but I'll say it again, just because what I'm realizing is when the Aura read me, I wasn't aware of feeling a certain way. And it became so clear because Bree ended up leaving and moving to Boston. So she left from the beach, she moved to Boston, and I was like, oh, and then I was just feeling kind of really sad. And then I got really busy with work and just being at the beach, and I wasn't really thinking about it. And like days and days later, I ran the Aura scan and it came up, the person is experiencing a feeling of lacking after the children are out of the house, no longer needing their mother and father in capacity as parents. And it was so funny because I was like, well, I haven't really been thinking about that. But then it made me realize I didn't want to think about it. And it was still just floating in my field. So that's it more in a nutshell, that I think sometimes when we'll do the coaching program, or we'll do Bach flower, or we'll do Aura, and certain things will come up and it's like, well, I don't feel that way, but But if you really are honest with yourself, then you realize, oh yeah, I just haven't really wanted to deal with that emotion. Or yeah, I think that does make sense. And I had another thing come up for me recently, where it kind of really hit home with me, and then I pushed it away. I didn't want to think about it. But it came up for me to really face it. And I just had the capacity to face it yesterday. And now I feel like it's not going to come up again. So that was just, I just think it's so cool how Healy can remind you, no, it's still in your field. You're still feeling this way. You might want to think about that or let that go. We have to feel it. We have to acknowledge it and then let it go. So that's my share.
Amazing. Amazing. I have a similar one that happened today. This is the second time that I've had a client. I just met her last week and then she came in today. She came in for pain. She has a lot of pain in her knee and in her back. And so I just put the regeneration program on her knee and didn't like do an analysis or anything. When she came back today, I did an analysis to see like what was going on, because she also has like digestive issues and all kinds of stuff. And she kind of like seems kind of like frigid a little bit, like just stressed, kind of like holding herself like this a little bit. And I did a comprehensive analysis, which is basically I do an all Healy program scan, and then I go into each one of the 5 and do another scan just to paint a picture of what's going on and give them feedback. And then it becomes like a coaching session kind of. And a lot of like clearing came up, like circulation and like clean all and just get stuff out of her system. And we had a little time at the end. And so I put the pain program on her knee, and then I had a little bit of time. So I was like, let me try this coaching program. I've just like been playing with it a little bit here and there. And something that came up, it came up twice, was something about holding on to anger and holding on to hatred. And I was like, girl, what are you holding on to? And like, I don't know her that well. So like, these are kind of, personal things. And she went from like just talking about her pain and working out, because that's what she's been talking about. I just work out a lot and I hurt myself a while ago and it's just never recovered. And all of a sudden we talked for 30 minutes about her ex-husband who was abusive, who they had been divorced now for 10 years, together for 15. So she has 25 years of trauma that she hasn't processed yet. Mm. And she is holding it all up in her field, all up in her body. And I cannot wait for her to start doing Healy sessions. I mean, she'll probably get her own, which is always the goal. But in the beginning, for some reason, people just want to come in and do sessions. But I am so excited to like see what happens with this woman who thinks that she's, her knee pain is from like working out, when clearly it's from, stored up emotional, mental, physical trauma. So, I mean, she wouldn't have opened up to me if it wasn't for Healy being like putting in your face what's going on. And I was on the What's Up Wednesday call yesterday with another woman in Healy who is a life coach. And she said in 6 minutes, she can do 6 months worth of coaching on a client. Yeah. It's pretty incredible what we have here. We're basically quantum leaping healing. Yeah.
Boy, God, it's fascinating.
It is. It is. It makes all the dark night of the soul. What the hell am I doing with my life? What am I hearing right now? What am I seeing? Like, it makes it all worth it when you're helping people. It really does. So thank you everyone for sharing. I mean, if we have more shares, we'd love to hear.
Dee, did you have anything? And welcome, Dee. I know you got your healing and she was having a hard time getting it getting it online, pretty much. You're muted.
Okay. Well, my Healy has been sitting on my desk keeping me company. So I'm looking at it and I'm loving it and I'm excited to have it, but I've not been able to set it up. I did put a ticket in. It keeps saying that I need to hook up my Bluetooth on my Apple, which is on all the time. So there's just some little funky glitch. I shut my phone down today and anyway, we'll see. But I know it will all get worked out. So I'm just, I mean, just having it sitting here, knowing that everything is going to be, you know, happening in my life as a result of this, that I've been jotting down some notes about what I am visualizing my life to be about with the benefit of the Healy, because of how long I have lived with pain. I'm a Limey, and I shouldn't say I'm a Limey. I had Lyme disease twice, and that was the precursor to a lot of other health challenges for me. Flatlined in 2001, and just all sorts of lovely little things that resulted from Lyme disease. So yeah, I'll have testimonials, I'm sure. I can't wait to share them with you ladies.
Wow. I've heard a lot of good things about Lyme and Healy, and actually Devin was asking me the other day, said I'm really excited to see what happens.
I am too, Ashley. I have, I mean, I've had years. I mean, my first Lyme was in 87. My second was in 93. And I've had just years of bullshit as a result of that in my body, in my blood. And back then you had to be your own advocate because they didn't know enough about it. They would, you know, send you home thinking you were half crazy, with, you know, keeping track of what was happening in my body. And then thankfully, by the grace of God, got, you know, involved with some other people that thought differently like I do, and helped me and realized that I wasn't going crazy, that what was happening in my body was really a result of that and some other blocked trauma. And so I've done a lot of work on those things, but there's still more to go. And as there always will be, right? But so, yeah, so I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you. I'm so grateful to Kristen for introducing me to it, and getting on board and meeting all of you lovely ladies and hearing your stories. Already it's blessing me. So it can only get better from here.
And you're so
Absolutely.
positive. I'm sorry that you've had such a struggle getting on.
Yeah, but I was thinking, because what she just said was that she's had time to visualize. You know,
Yeah.
we all know what happens with Healy. Like
Yeah.
Healy's got some backwards way of forcing you to do things before Healy will work. And there's been some incredible stories about, I mean, I think the longest one was like someone bought a Healy and they couldn't get their Healy to work, and get one sent to them for like 4 months. And then they had to go through like all this process. And then 2 weeks after they started using it, they like bought a new house. They like, all of a sudden they had the funds, and like their credit score had gone up so they could buy a house, and like, just miracle stuff. So take this time exactly as you're using it, and you know, listen to the guidance of what you need to do, because that's kind of what the point of this call was supposed to be, which this makes it full circle, is this isn't all rainbows and unicorns and butterflies. This journey that we're on, and this tool that we have, it can be bumpy. It can come fast. You know, just like Lisa Galactic was saying earlier, like your life's just going down and everything's cool, and bam, everything's different in 6 months, and even sooner. And you're like, what the hell is going on with my life? So, yeah, I guess value, you know, the time that you have, and know that you're about to be on a really cool journey.
Yeah, thank you for that. I will tell you this, as a result of all of this happening, I did go through so many of the learning tools and the setup tools and the back office. So I feel like I've just been in and out of all of those things that maybe I would have just sort of glanced over had it just gone easy for me. So I feel like there's that as well. So there's that blessing to be able to know, okay, when I begin signing people up and coaching people through this, I've got some other knowledge now where I can direct them. So that anyway, yeah. So
That's
Awesome.
that's really huge because most people don't take the time to do that. And that information is so valuable. So
it really is.
Mhm.
And this is all happening where our whole house is quarantined right now. My son is in the basement. My husband's in the living room. My parents are in the family room. I'm in the dining room and the kitchen. And I'm like the distributor of all the food for everyone, because they all got sick. They all ended up with COVID. And
Wow.
here I am, the one that's immune compromised. Praise God, I haven't gotten it, right? It's like, I'm sitting here thinking, thank you. I'm laying hands on myself. I'm praying in the spirit, but it's like, I just feel like, and if I do get it, it's all right. It's going to be fine. But I feel like this time has all just come together in the way that it should. And Christine, you cracked me up the other night when you're like, oh my gosh, you're so patient. And I thought, I can't be any other way right now. Yeah, thank you. And because I knew that if I just don't go with it, then, I mean, we all know what happens, when we get stuck and we get locked in on things. So, yeah.
Send us a picture and your name, and we'll all put you in our Heelys and send you vibes, protection vibes,
Yes.
or just vibes.
See, this is something else I didn't know you could do. That's cool.
Yes, we can send.
Kristen, will you
Because-
just start a
because
group
I pray
chat?
over, photographs.
Yeah.
Right. So, and Kristen, that's I understand more now. Where every time Kristen would explain things to me, she's like, "It's like a prayer day. It's like a prayer day," because she knows I'm a prayer warrior and an intercessor, and so, yeah. So I mean, because I'm laying hands on my computer a lot, with when I pray over people, and so yes, I will absolutely take you up on that, Ashley. I will absolutely send you a photo in my name and welcome your vibes and your prayers and all of your good intentions. Thank you.
You know what?
Absolutely.
I can drop off a Healy to you because you need it for your family. You need it for everyone. So I have an extra, and they're just sitting here. So you need one now. So we'll figure that out.
Okay.
That's the beauty of having extras. It's beauty. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you all. I'm learning so much from all of you. So thank you.
Hey, I just want to tell you, I just got over COVID, and I literally had it 3 days, and I used the Healy like nonstop during that time. 3 days. I was like, boom. All I had was tiredness. after that.
Trisha, does Trisha finally have a testimonial?
Oh, look at you, girl.
It's true.
Yes.
It happened. It happened.
Yes.
Oh, look at you.
That's amazing.
We're on now. This is my friend Jenny. Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
Hi.
Girls look
Hi.
fabulous.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Do the liver program.
that's right.
We will.
Does anyone else have any shares? Hey, Mia. Aubrey, we haven't heard from you really. Anyone? Questions?
Can I share two more things just because this week has been
Yeah.
wild?
Yeah.
So someone mentioned in regards to manifesting and things that happen fairly quickly after using Healy. And today I met up with one of the girls that purchased a Healy from me, and she was like, this is so amazing. What she did, and she's just learning the device, but she was doing aura scans of herself, but holding different intentions when she was scanning herself. So she took the intention of some of the most traumatic relationships that she's had within this lifetime. And one of them, she was like, yeah, I don't really want to speak to this person, but I need to resolve whatever the tension is. And so she held the intention that like everything was resolved and things were good with one specific individual that she happened to like just hold the intention and connect with while she did an aura scan. And all this information came up about their relationship basically. And 20 minutes later, she gets a text from this individual that she hadn't spoken to in like months. And she was like, well, that was fast. So, and she, you know, had sent the harmonizing frequencies. And she was like, this isn't the first time that this has happened. She's done it with different relationships, and she's starting to mend some really traumatic, unhealthy relationships that are fascinating, that some of those individuals are now like repairing. These relationships are repairing in like a healthier boundary set way. And that was all through not even like scanning the other individual for them. It was more so her holding the intention, what her relationship was to that individual while scanning her aura, and like pulling up all of the stuff that she was really holding in regards to it, and how quickly it's been working for her. And then the other thing that I experienced this week was I was just feeling like super energy kind of like all over the place, unmotivated, just kind of like, I don't know, like internal conflict, lot of that going on. And I was meditating and I just kept hearing like kidneys. And I'm really excited for this summer solstice, because when I was looking back at the kidneys and what we hold in the kidneys in regards to emotions, it's like dread and fear and kind of like pissed off energy that we store, and conflict is like one of the emotions that we store in the kidneys. And in the meditation, I could feel pressure on my kidneys and I was just hearing it. And so last night I ran the kidney program in the digital nutrition, and I went from like fatigued all this week and this like internal conflict to like, I woke up today and I felt like a completely new human being. I've had like energy all day. Like it was like my batteries were recharged, and I didn't even realize how badly my kidneys needed attention. But like, I was like, this is why the summer solstice, like whole summer, and the way that we're going to do this is going to be pure magic, like pure magic. Because like I'm already testing things on myself and really tuning in to like what I'm actually feeling, and tying that back into the organs and having Healy support my organs in order to support my mental emotional health. And it's just been amazing. So I'm excited for everybody, including myself.
I am too. And that's, I'm so happy you brought up the solstice sync up, because we've got a couple minutes left of the call, and like, I'd really like to talk about this. When Kristen and I had this idea, it was months. Kristen, how long ago was that? 3 months ago?
Yeah, like 3 months ago. Yeah.
And we like, everything with Healy is so divinely guided, everything. And we had this idea, and it was just like, we have to do this. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. And then just like kind of slowly it came together. And now that it's here, Anna, I'm with you. I need this. Like, I need this. I know the world needs it, but I need this. And I cannot wait. Even if it ends up just, which it's not going to be because people have registered, but even if it's just us doing it together, like it's going to be a game changer for the world, for our, personal families, communities. I just can't wait. So if someone's new here and you have no idea what the solstice sync up is, on June 21st, which is not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, it is the solstice, the summer solstice. And so we have we are offering a free all-day virtual retreat. And the lineup, you can go onto our website, thevibetribe.us. Is that where you can see the, yeah. And also the Vibe Tribe Facebook group. I think it's up there too. It's all over like Instagram and Facebook now, but you can see the lineup. So we have, actually, I should know exactly how many people. It's probably like eight of us that will be sharing our offerings. So we've got like Anna's doing understanding the body clock, Kristen's doing an intention setting meditation, Devin is doing human design, Mark's doing gene keys, Annie's doing astrology, Pepper's doing numerology, the girls from Soulflower Yoga are doing yoga and sound healing, Camden's doing yoga, Tracy's doing dance. Am I forgetting anyone?
Mark, Gene Keys.
Yeah.
You said that right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Andy, yeah, you said everyone.
Yeah. So it's going to be like, even if I didn't know everyone, like I would be on this call to learn. Like even if it wasn't our call, I would be on this call to like learn and do. And it's a free offering, and it'll be recorded too. But the goal is to get people to do this alignment together. You know, take the time on this solstice, you know, this change in the year, and go within and just align to your higher self. And then from there, after that day, starting that Thursday, instead of doing these Vibe Tribe calls where we do, you know, sometimes we'll do something like we did today, which is just a go with the flow kind of a call. We are going to specifically be walking through 12 full weeks of deep bioenergetic detoxing. And each week we will be focusing on an element and a set of organs. The first 6 weeks will be organs and elements, and the following 6 weeks, the last 6 weeks, will be more spiritual. Kristen, how would you describe those?
I don't know, because I haven't actually seen them all.
Yeah,
she know more about it than I did, because I haven't watched them all.
I just wrote it down, what they are.
Michelle Patrick's.
She said the second 6 weeks will be exploring the creation of matter in the body and using Healy as the quantum tool that it is to move through the density so we can create the lives we all deserve in mind, body, and spirit.
God, that's,
who doesn't want that?
And we're doing it together, which is so darn cool.
Together, guys.
We can all kind of share, like, wow, this week we're doing this. What did you guys feel? And I just think we're going to learn so much more that way. It's gonna be amazing.
Yep. And so the first 30 minutes will be kind of like a lesson. And then the last 30 minutes will be, I guess, questions and sharing.
Right.
But it's an amazing opportunity to bring people on. So if you just want to help people, you know, you have those friends and family members who you know that would benefit from this, invite them. If you're planning on building this as a business, this is a perfect opportunity to invite people. It's education. It's going to be helpful to them. So we do have the lineup, Trudy. I shared it on social. Do you follow me? I follow you now. So
I can even stick it in here. I think I can do the screenshot.
Maybe good to, like, on the Vibe Tribe, the actual event page, like it has everybody listed. It might be good to say the times too, now that we know the times.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest, because I've been posting that actual link to the Solstice Sync Up, and it would be nice to just have like, this is when each is happening.
I just shared it to you. I
Okay,
just shared it
perfect.
on social. There's there's the lineup in the second picture.
Yeah, the other thing that I'm going to do too, I know we've been a little behind on kind of getting all the details out just because it's our first time doing this, but I just put in a screenshot. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. We're going to do a Facebook group just for the Solstice Sync Up, and we'll have constant stuff going on there as well. So we'll have all the stuff so we can invite people to that group. And my plan is to live stream it on Facebook. And then also record it on Zoom. So if you just want to come on the Zoom, you can watch it that way, or you can also pop in on Facebook and watch it that way. So that's what my plan is. I still have to kind of work out all the kinks, but we'll have all the information on that page too.
Amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, guys, we have less than 2 weeks left. So share it, get it out. I would like to be able to do a couple of lives with some of the people. So, you know, on this call, Anna and Devin, you guys have, and I think Tracy's on here too. You guys all have Instagram. Pepper,
I also have a big, my audience on YouTube's a lot bigger. So I think even a YouTube live would be good because it's 5,000 people who all follow me with Human Design. So.
Well, do that.
Yeah, I literally just thought of that as you said that though, because I've never done a YouTube live. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yes, guys, this is it. Like this is the push. So get it out there. It's going to be huge for all of us individually. It's going to be huge for us as a group, and it's going to be huge for the world. This kind of work is it's helping, like Pepper said, at least 144,000 people.
Oh,
each.
Did you know that 144,000 is the fractal pattern of the fractal lines?
Well, this 144,000 is so synchronistic in so many ways, but tell us what that means.
Well, I mean, I actually had a client when I was doing human design like full time who actually like studied fractals. I forget what kind of doctor or scientist she was. And we had this like journey of talking about like the spiritual, but also the scientific, and it was really cool. But anyway, from the human design gene keys perspective, it is that like we all come in on this fractal line, like this pattern of souls that are connected and basically need to work together. So it's like they say, and it's 44, and that's one of my main gifts in human design and the gene keys, and it's all about that teamwork. It's like and having your
get you ready for bed, kiddo.
karmic people. But anyway, I hope I'm making sense because I haven't talked about fractals in a while. But like, for example, one of the things about projectors, I know there's a handful of projectors here, something to rest into, and what Ra taught, what Richard Rudd taught was like, you know, a lot of projectors can feel disempowered. You know, I don't have energy. I need to wait for invites and all that shit that we don't need to get into right now. But it's like projectors in specific have a certain fractal line, have a certain group of people that like need to hear from them, right? But that's not just projectors, it's everybody. So it's like when we trust in that, it's like, you know, when your voice goes out, when your stuff goes out, it's like it is for certain people, and also like it's vice versa. I hope I'm making sense.
Definitely.
But the fractal line is like a pattern. It's the patterns in nature, and it's like it's all interconnected. So obviously we're all part of a fractal. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've seen 44 whenever any of us are texting or, you know, that kind of thing. I used to start to get scared. Like if I started dating somebody and I kept seeing 44s, I'm like, oh no, it's another the karmic rodeo, like not into it. You know? Let's leave that in the past, you know.
Yeah, there's 144 is like, first of all, there's 144,000 frequencies in the gold cycle. When I told Kristen about Healy, when she read that, that was one of the first things she was like, oh, this is something I need to pay attention to. Taryn, who's the global ambassador of Healy, she got a huge download and got a huge sign that there's 144,000 light workers that are coming into Healy to specifically to work together to raise the vibration of the planet. And the reason she brought up that story was because I was telling her the story of when I was in Philly back in like March, and I went to this random bookstore and went directly to this book about animals and awakening. And I opened it up, and the bookmark was on the dolphin chapter, and it was talking about 144,000 light workers or 144,000 people. And when I was telling the story, she just goes, let me try to do her accent. She was like, oh my goodness. Like that was not an accent whatsoever. But, and then she told her story. And it's like, guys, this isn't a mistake. This
Mhm.
isn't a mistake that we're all here doing this work together. I mean, right now we have what, 12 people on this call. Like, in a year, it might be 100, it might, and then it's just going to keep growing. And all we have to do, like the card that I read from the very beginning, is just speak our truth, show up, shine our light, make the tough decisions, but the brave ones, and know that you're supported and loved and cherished, and we need you. I need you. I need you guys.
I'm also remembering another download about the 144 fractals. Richard Rudd has a really cool quote, so I'll try to find it and like put it in the Vibe Tribe group or whatever. So the whole premise of the 44 is about the end of the hierarchy, and it's about the heterarchy, and that's exactly what Healy is. So it's like there is no hierarchy. We work horizontally. We're all interconnected. So it's like the a beehive, right? And like how everybody comes together. So it's like when if a queen bee dies, or if a certain thing gets out of whack, it all goes like this, right? But it's about the hierarchy and the teamwork, and that's basically how this business model is set up, because we're all interconnected. It's not like one person has this role, another person has this role, and you get paid a certain amount or do whatever. It's like everything you do affects everybody else, right? And then that is the 44. And also with the 44, it doesn't mean that it's easy. It's usually the hardest work, because like the karmic work, the shadows of that are really intense, and it's like all of us, it's probably not the first time we've really done this together, we probably all connected, in some way. So anyway, that was just coming to me as you were saying that, but I think that's cool to think about, that this business model, and it's also the newer way. So it's like harder to figure out these models, because it's not the traditional way. It's not the hierarchy, it is the hierarchy. So I'll have to, if you guys have the Gene Keys book, read 44 and the 44th Gene Key, and the shadow is interference. So we'll feel those interference fields, right, in teams or in groups. And then the gift is teamwork, and then the highest essence is synarchy. And the synarchy, I have to like find these quotes, because I think like having the intention with the synarchy, right, this movement, like having those kind of intentions as a group too, we can all set that intention or move toward that higher essence of it, because the shadows can be quite turbulent, but a lot of times the shadows come to shake up the dark matter so that we can get the light out of it. So, I'm sure we all have gone through that. Hope that helps.
Yeah, that's
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go read that tonight.
Something real quick, Ashley. And Kristen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you for everyone. I had such a shit day at work, and like working in healthcare and like an environment that's supposed to be a healing with like such negativity. It's just like such a breath of fresh air at the end of the day to just be like, at least there are people that actually care, because I was like fuming earlier. It was just, people are just like so self-involved and like they're just for themselves. And even in this type of setting, that I was just like, this is what I needed tonight.
I agree. I just had my debit card hacked, over $1,000 charged on my card. And I'm like, there's so many shitty people out there. Thank God for all the amazing ones, all of you. That's what makes it all better.
Yeah.
So.
It's like, we keep going back to it. It's no secret we have a big job to do here.
Yep.
I mean, Aubrey, you're working in an environment where those people are supposed to be taking care of other people, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have lots of work to do. So I'm grateful that you came on, because your shift in your energy, your emotions is you are the light in a otherwise dark environment. And it's not an easy place to be, but it's a freaking important place to be. So thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
I love you guys. I love the Vibe Tribe. Thursday nights are my favorite.
I love how we're all scattered, we're just, we're in healthcare and we're in retail and we're here and there and everywhere else, but we're all doing what we're meant to do, and then we can come together and share. So it's so cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And Kristen, you're going to be on a podcast, are you not?
Yeah, it's talk about stretching. You guys, I don't think have met Heather. She owns a probiotic company. And I want to have her on to talk about the stuff that she does, but it's a cleaning stuff that kills biofilm, and it's
Yeah, I need that.
incredible stuff. Anyway, she knows a lot of people. She's been working in the wellness industry for a long time, and she's been on this podcast with a British guy, and he's got a big following. And so I've been on phone on Zoom with Taryn and Sarah and this guy Nicholas, and he's in London, and Heather and one other guy, just to prep this guy for Healy. And so it's going to be a big deal. And there's a lot of things that we have to kind of work out, as far as if we get a lot of orders placed at once, and then the support that we get, when that many people come on. But Nicholas said, who's in charge here? And it was Taryn and Sarah and me and Heather and this guy, Randy. And Randy says, it's Kristen. And I was like, like, it was funny. And then I said, well, I brought Heather on, and Heather brought Randy on, and Randy knows Nicholas, this guy. But I said, but I'm here with the global ambassador of Healy, and they're here to support us. And Sarah, the vice president of, her partner. And, but then at the end, the guy, Nicholas, said, I want Kristen and Taryn and Sarah to be on this podcast, which is on the 20th. It's the day before the solstice. And the interesting thing is, we can't talk about a product, and we can't say the word Healy. So they don't want it to be like QVC or marketing, but so we have to talk about the technology, the way modern medicine is going. So it's I've been practicing. I've been practicing what to say, kind of thing. So it'll be really interesting, and I'm going to need your support for it when I do it. So I'll definitely be reaching out in the Vibe Tribes groups and just say, please give me some good juju when it's happening. So. It's exciting.
Amazing. And you know what's crazy is the microcurrent lounge that I've been working on at the chiropractor's office where I work, we're opening on June 20th. So it's like all of these huge things are just happening all at once.
All at once. And like I just had a reading done with an astrologer. Well, she does more numerology, and she's an acupuncturist in California. And I've been wanting to get her on board with Healy. She's super cool. She works with guides and everything. But she was just talking about the solstice is like the apex, like as we hit the solstice, all the end, like pre-solstice, the energy is just flying towards the summer. So it's just such a really powerful time to be creating and manifesting. And that's why it's really cool for us to be able to be doing the solstice sync up on the solstice. But the energy is just so intense right now. It's very exciting.
So intense.
And what I wanted to say is, you never know, like I never thought that this could happen. Like you don't know who you're going to talk to that talks to someone else that ends up having a huge following. And who knows if it's even, if it's really going to pan out, but we'll see, we're going for it. So it's exciting. Very exciting.
Very, 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 very. All right, Vibe Tribe. Does anyone else want to share anything, ask any questions? All right, then I guess we're going to wrap it up. Yeah, go ahead, Dee.
No, I have something a little off topic, but Devin, I just realized I've been following you for a long time on Instagram on your on your plant channel.
Yes. I thought you were going to say human design. And I was like, oh, plant? Hell yeah.
And then I went into my phone. I'm like, hold on a minute. I've been following this young lady. Okay. All right. See, I just love all of
Is that not insane?
That makes me so happy.
It's crazy nonsense because you're friends with Andrea Hauk from the Greenhouse.
Maybe I
She's
am.
friends with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
She does a lot of pop-ups with plants in Kennet. So anyway,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where my
yeah.
heart is, my plant babies. So
Yeah. yeah,
good
okay. Anyway,
stuff.
good to see you here. Just again, one more, it's just so funny. And Ash, I've been following you for a while as well on your beauty channel.
Wow. That is a pretty amazing, since I have only like 300 people on there. So that's amazing.
Yeah. And it's just
You're
because
supposed to be here, obviously.
We're
We're all
that's,
connected.
that's what happens. Sisters gather. God's putting his kids together for such a time as this.
Right.
Absolutely. is.
That was beautifully said.
Yeah,
Let's say that
absolutely
again.
is.
Can you write
What
that
did you
down in the
say? Yeah.
chat?
I said God is gathering his kids for such a time as this. I mean, we are.
No, you said like something that rhymed. Sisters together, and what is? You don't know what you just said?
I don't.
Well, we can listen to it in the recording.
Yeah, you just channeled some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, get ready because that happens often. So
Awesome.
My
Well, I
poor
love
family.
you guys. Love you guys very much.
Ashley, one
Yes.
thing, I'm giving away something on the 21st, but just in case you guys want it, I have compiled a PDF for recurring numbers and the meanings of all of them. They're master numbers, 3s and 4s, and all of the numbers. And it's the universe speaking to us when we see something. Then you can go to this little thing that you have either, in your purse or in the car or whatever, and you can say, oh, okay, 2222. Let me see what that is. And it's just what's happening is the universe is speaking to us several times a day and saying, okay, go here, do this, do that. And so I finally put this thing together. And if you guys want it, you can either message me or whatever, and I'll be glad to send the PDF to you. I just need your email. Okay.
I see 1111 at least once or twice a day for 3 months straight.
Yep.
It's been like almost overwhelming. I'm just like, sometimes I'll see 1111 with 1111 underneath it. I'm like,
Well, they're talking to you. They're saying, heads up, girl. And also think about what you're thinking at that time. What is the thought that just went through your head before you have that? And they're saying that. So apparently you have a recurring thought or similar thoughts, and you're probably very close to a destiny, and they're just kind of guiding you and where you need to be and all of that stuff. A lot of people are gathering for destinies, and if you're asked by somebody to maybe volunteer someplace, you don't want to do anything that's fighting for something. But if it feels good to you and you have like a Saturday or whatever, what I'm told is that is a prime way to get into your destiny, because you'll be working with people and they got their jeans and t-shirts on and you laugh. It could be a CEO of a big company and you've had such a good time and they say, oh yes, I need you, there's something going on. Those are things that are huge. A party, maybe if you're going to a party and it feels right to you, be sure you drive over. But the universe is saying, I'll give you little clues, and you are on a treasure hunt. So you go out, peek your head in. If it doesn't feel good, just leave and say next. But if it is good, then follow the prompts, do the actions, and it's miracle time, guys. It's the universe is setting us up. It's like, the sisters all coming together. God's got the sisters moving, and there's so many movements. I've been in charge for the last, several months, couple, 3 years of bringing people back onto the planet in morphic fields. I've been sending people who pass over all to the light with angels. And then all of a sudden I had George Washington standing at my bed in the middle of the night. And I'm looking and I'm saying, can I help you? And this was before COVID kind of started. He says, yes. He said, we need to have the spirit world of the founding fathers. So I allowed them to come through on a portal. I'm working with somebody on the other side who does portals, and it wiped me out. So then a couple weeks later, Betsy Ross and the Flag Girls wanted to come in, and I said, okay, guys, but you can't ring me through the ringer. You gotta, I'll open everything, but you have to be quiet and, not do me in. And so when it was funny, the night that they went through, all I heard was the gentle door closing, and they had already gone. I was so pleased. And then I brought all the different wars, millions of soldiers who have come across. So we've got all of these morphic fields around the earth, trying to get rid of all the dark gray spots, like, the Catholic Church says you're going to purgatory or whatever. Most of that has been removed, but now they've got a COVID morphic field that is coming through, and we're supposed to have quite a few babies coming in that are all just freedom fighters, and they're just supposed to change the world. It's just so complex, though, of what's going on. And so you never know when you are going to be asked to do something that is kind of like a destiny for you. So just be open, have your mind ready to go, be flexible if you can, and you'll be used. You can tell them, I don't have much energy, but if you want me to flip a switch, I can do that or something, because they need flip switchers also. So anyway, I just wanted to share that and let you know.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Our
Thanks.
team is awesome.
I know.
Just want to add one last thing about the numbers. Like, I've been like crazy number woman, and I think people are getting tired of all the pictures, but I have to take a picture of it every time. But today I was driving and it was like 555, 555. Like, I mean, it's just constant. And I just laughed, and I'm giving this as like a task to all of you. And I was like, knock it off. Like, I'm not paying attention to you. And we're like kind of like laughing at the universe. Like that was a fake one. And as soon as I say that, or I like put that like thought in my head in a positive way, like I'm not looking at you, another one pops up like right in front of my face. So like, if you don't believe when you see that initial like 111, or mine's just been fives today, like out of control, another one's like right next to it. I just laugh. I'm like, okay, but
that's the sign. Yep.
Just test it, because it's a fun test, because you're like, I was like, that one was just by accident, and they're like, nope, it's not by accident, here's another one right in front of you. So I dare you to try it. It's fun.
That's what Taryn did with the 144,000. She like had this download, and then she looked at the time, and it was like 11:44 or 1:44 or something. And she was like, oh, that's cool, but I'm going to need a bigger sign than that. And she looked up, and there was a huge billboard right in front of her, red, with 144,000 square feet available, like huge. So
that's like a wake up.
Yep. All right, guys. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a great night.
That was a good one.
This was great.
Share the solstice, please, please, please. If you've got platforms, use them. Devin, YouTube, live.
Do you want
Anna.
to do a live with me on you? We do Instagram and YouTube at the same time or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I know how to do Instagram. I don't know how to do the YouTube part, but yes, of course I do.
Oh, we could just save it and put it on YouTube too.
Okay.
We'll do all the things. We'll share the
all the
solstice. We'll get the peeps.
Okay, cool.
Good night,
Cool.
guys.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Love you.
Love you.